The White House imposed a 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada. Canada, though, also saw a 10% duty levied on its energy. China received an additional 10% tariff on its goods. Now, Canada and China have already announced retaliatory measures. Mexico is expected to follow suit later today.
For consumers, the expectation here is that prices for nearly everything could go up here, and that's because China and Canada and Mexico are such major trade partners with the United States. Starting off with Canada and Mexico, our neighbors to the north and south, autos is kind of the big one there. So actually, there were some estimates out there from the likes of the Anderson Automotive Group that estimated that a new car could cost you as much as $12,000 more per car if you do try to buy as a result of these tariffs. That's because we bring in so many parts from Mexico. We assemble a lot of these cars entirely in Canada and then bring them back into the United States. Could be like a double tariff situation in some of those cases. But it's also things like produce, things that we shop for at the store when it comes to fruits and vegetables, which we bring in from Mexico, in addition to potatoes that come in from Canada. So food prices are likely going to go up as well as a result of this 25% increase. We've already seen the price impacts here, even in anticipation of these tariffs actually taking effect at midnight. Now, call that price gouging, call that anticipation of these tariffs coming, call it what you will, but prices are going up. So consumers are in some cases already feeling the impact of that. But I want to point out here, guys, this is just the beginning of this trade war. When we talk about China, there was 10% that was slapped on in the beginning of February. This is an additional 10% that was slapped on at midnight today. But this is the beginning because Trump promised as high as 60% tariffs on the campaign trail. You can imagine this is just kind of the beginning of this process.
I sold order for a customer, $80,000 truck. It's $100,000 now. So he's not going to buy the truck. It's going to sit on my lot at the higher interest rates we're paying right now for floor plan, and nobody's going to buy the truck because it just had a $20,000 price increase.
Right. Kelley Blue Book will put the number up. They say the average vehicle will go up by about $3,000. Does it sound right to you?
No, it will not. We don't have the broad stroke. We don't have the linear, the tight strokes. But to me, it's a 25% tariff. So that affects our parts that come from over these countries, and a whole bunch of our cars.
And you've been basing your business model on free trade, basically. This is what the American Automakers Policy Council says, Maria, in response to this. They say our American automakers invested billions in the U.S. to meet the requirements of the current free trade agreement. They shouldn't have their competitiveness undermined by tariffs that will raise the cost of building vehicles in the U.S. and stymie investment in the American workforce while competitors from the outside of North America benefit. The German, there's no tariff on the German cars coming in now.
No, they're
Japanese.
They're going to be okay. But think about it. We built our business around that. The OEMs built their business around that, and now it changes on a dime. And we can't build a $4 billion plant overnight in the United States. So I think building in the United States is great. I think enhancing the participation from the other countries on the other things, but this is pretty radical.
I hear you. There you go, Maria, where the rubber meets the road here.
All right, great. Yeah.
Pennsylvania.